comic motion pictures? For me, I usually think of Marvel and DC. Nevertheless, there was one film I've heard lots of good stuff about, whether the original story was better or not. And with a remaster of the video game tie-in by Ubisoft set for launch later this year, I should talk about Scott Pilgrim. The movie, anyways. Threats could come from anywhere, so to avoid being X'd out, I got a spoiler alert right here. Keep your stats on you, because the adventure begins at once. Hey, I'm Owen, the fiction fanboy, and here's my review on Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. Things start out a little juicy in the home of the protagonist and his mates in Toronto, Canada, as Scott was dating a high school girl 5 years younger than him. Girl's name is Knives, and she was in time to see Scott's band, Sex Bob-omb, to play. Knives was very impressed by the routine, and although Scott tells Wallace about his situation, he doesn't want Stacy, Scott's sister, to know about his socialization with the high schooler. It felt like Scott was having a great life. That was until he started having a dream of being in a hot desert, and was also dreaming of a girl named Ramona. After the dream, Scott sees Ramona again. Instead, it was more of an imagination. Oh wait, that's still a dream. Felt so real, Scott only played one note in band practice. Scott then learns the name of the girl who was in his head and goes to a party, hoping to see her IRL. He achieved the goal, and after some awkwardness, he asks questions about her and stalks her. Julie, the one hosting the party, absolutely doesn't want Scott to crush on Ramona. Ignoring Julie, Scott wants to be with his literal dream girl, meaning he'd have to break up with Knives the easy way or the hard way. To interact with Ramona, he hears she works at Amazon Canada and requests a huge CD delivery, as well as get a threat email from a random somebody who will debut later, which is why he shouldn't have deleted that message. Another Ramona dream led to another interaction with Ramona for real when the delivery was made. Scott takes the opportunity to ask her out on a date. She accepts despite things still being awkward, and they slowly are in love. Later, Scott gets Ramona's number with 7 X marks underneath it. At the first round of a band battle, Scott meets Matthew Patel, the first man Ramona dumped, and a fight takes place. First battle was a success, yet Ramona warns him that if she wants her heart, he must defeat all 7 of Ramona's evil exes, including the one he first met. Following another date night, and Scott officially breaking up with Knives, the second evil ex Scott was up against is a stuntman and actor named Lucas Lee. Lucas had clones of himself, though, which he calls his stunt team, so Scott tricked the real deal into doing an impossible stunt. Overconfidence overcame the once famous celebrity. Jealousy occurs, a mysterious ninja encountered the hero, claims she'll mean business next time they meet, and Sex Bob-omb do another musical performance. Evil X number 3 is a bass player, Todd Ingram. A normal fight didn't work so well. The bass battle might not have gone any better, but Scott was able to have a toast with the man he was losing to. And by toast, I mean arresting, since Todd fell into Scott's non-vegan trap. What happens next is the ninja girl from earlier was the only girl Ramona dated, Roxy Richer, Evil X numero cuatro, and a lesbian. Ramona was able to do some dirty work for Scott. Sadly, whether the boys can't hit girls rule is legit or not, he had to deliver the finishing blow to defeat her. Evil X's 5 and 6 are the Katayangi twins, plus the next opposing team in the band tournament. During the battle, Ramona was with Gideon Graves, aka G-Man, and subsequent to a victory that led to getting Scott a 1-up, Ramona had to break up with Scott. There was a chip on the back of her neck. Although Sex Bob-omb were happy to perform at Chaos Theater opening night, Scott declined, got replaced, had chats with 2 of his friends, then was determined to get Ramona back from G-Man, the final boss. Evil X. Oh wait, he's both. In the meantime, Knives is furious at Ramona, and unfortunately for Scott, the power of love wasn't enough to save him from dying or admitting he cheated on both gals. However, he had another life, so he could breeze through the crap and get the power of self-respect. It was on, and Knives joined Scott shortly after attacking Ramona. G-Man was a goner, Nega Scott appeared only to be given peace. Knives is now cool about Scott being with Ramona, and the reformed couple start anew. I can't deny it, this movie is something special. Humor like Scott jumping out the window and the cops that arrested Todd were cool. Details like the use of video game and comic material will attract an audience. Also, the casting of Michael Cera, Brie Larson, Chris Evans, Anna Kendrick, and Mae Whitman, to name a few, made the experience all the more entertaining. Oh, almost forgot the inside joke of the comic being better than the movie, and now I know where Ubisoft got their inspiration for what sprites to use to make their game. Those things said, aside from bombing at the box office, the writing is an A+, Scott wasn't my favorite protagonist, and a little nitpick I got is asking for a list of every evil ex Ramona had when more than half of them were beaten was kind of pointless. Scott Pilgrim vs. the World was a real solid event for me, so I give it 4 out of 5 stars. Call this a comic adaptation, a flick for the gamers, a love story, or a mix of all 3 of those things. If this movie gets a sequel on a streaming service like, say, Peacock, I'd be down with seeing how Scott Pilgrim's world expands. Want more fiction? Then please do what my friends say, comment below, and follow me on Instagram for thumbnail previews and teasers for upcoming YouTube videos. Fiction Fanboy has finished this video. Everyone keep fantasizing, and good night-o.